Yeah, thanks for joining us. A new client on Ask the Expert, Heritage Bank, and the Senior Vice President and Relationship Manager, Dave Henle, is joining us. Dave, good morning.
Good morning, Todd.
Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. And there at Heritage, you have business banking over there as well.
We do. And we kind of call it, banking, business banking solutions at Heritage Bank. For an example, what's your favorite color, Todd?
Blue.
Okay, mine would be red.
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite food?
Pizza.
Oh, that's mine too. Well, all right. Yeah. Spaghetti, I'll say.
All right.
So not one individual's the same, correct?
Right.
So basically what we try to do is we try to identify the current needs or future financial needs for individual and businesses, and then present a few plans to them.
Okay.
Because everyone's unique. I mean, every industry's unique. If you kind of take a look at our business community, even in the Wilmer area, you have retail stores, you have service industry, you're going to have manufacturing, and then, of course, egg industry, which is huge in this area. So basically, each industry has different needs, different ownership structures, and what we try to do is take you as an individual, either business, usually businesses, and try to identify some options that would work for you and giving you the option to basically make the choice that you feel comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. And do they need to have a business plan, or do you help them put that together?
Yeah, good question. Combination of both. Mm-hmm. We deal a lot with experienced customers and business owners. And then, of course, we deal with the new business owner, and that's more important to have a plan. Mm-hmm. But all basically businesses do have a plan going forward.
Right. Really, all just startups would have to have some kind of a formal business plan to present before they would get any large sum of money, I would assume.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. But a business that's already been in business for a while but needs an operating loan, they're expanding their business or what have you, you work with them and see what would fit into their budget and how much you can help them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So as that is going on, what's the process for someone who already has a business loan and is looking to expand or move into a larger location? What do they need to do to get ready to do that?
A lot of what we do is basically take a look at that individual business and have what kind of needs or structuring the loan needs for them. For example, I'll take you, Todd. You're going to have a house loan or you're going to pay probably rent. Mm-hmm. You got to have one or the two. And that's kind of that long-term debt. So you're either going to have a mortgage at 30 years or you're going to pay rent possibly all your life. Mm-hmm. But you're probably going to have a long-term debt. Then you're going to have more of a shorter-term debt, which is going to be, let's say, your car loan, maybe your boat loan, mm-hmm. whatever the case may be. And that's usually a 5-6 year type of term. Then you're going to basically have probably your credit cards. So short term, hopefully you pay them off in a short period of time. It's not even different when we take a look at a business financing and when we're structuring those loans. You're looking at, you're probably going to have a building. So you're going to have a long-term financing of 20, 25 years on the building, or you're going to basically be leasing for a 5-year lease, whatever the case may be. So you're going to also have probably equipment associated with that. So you're going to have basically probably a 5-year term, 7-year term on the equipment, which usually continues to roll over because you're going to have to upgrade equipment on your business plan side of it. Mm-hmm. Then you're going to have short-term working money, which is a line of credit. So really the three buckets that kind of the individual, like you have mm-hmm. in your personal life, really is the same as in a business.
Okay.
Where you kind of have the long-term debt, your kind of your intermediate debt, and then your working capital debt. Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, and you help them make sure that those are balanced in a way that they can continue to make a profit with their business. Now, when you compare personal versus business, I know I have a personal FICO score or credit rating. Do businesses have that too? And is that something you look at?
There is.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Paydex out there. We don't pay, that we take that into consideration. But let's say that you're a business owner. The way we're going to look at it is we're going to basically look at your business. We're going to look at your accounts payable to make sure that they're current. But we're also going to take a look at your personal credit. And if they all line up, it's a pretty good credit risk.
Yeah, so you do look at that and make evaluations based on, their past history, so forth, if they're already a business owner. And if they're a new startup and they are not, then you do look more at their personal, I would suppose, huh?
Correct. Absolutely. Yeah. It's a good way to look at it.
Yeah. So how do you make the decision? So you've got different loan structures in place. How do businesses go about making the decision which way they should go?
It's kind of again, I'll bring it back to the consumer side of your individual side of, are we going to give, or are we going to give Todd a loan, or is he credit worthy? So taking a look at you as an individual, the rule of thumb is it's probably going to be the 35 to 40% that you can have in debt, as in your house loan, your car loan, your credit cards. So 40% of your gross income, kind of put that in that bucket. If you take and then the other 60%, of course, there's taxes, and then there's your insurance, and there's your food, and there's just overhead and miscellaneous expenses. Not any different than we take a look at a business. You're taking a look at the profit of the business, the cash flow of the business, and then what they can support for a loan on the business. And then you advise them over what avenue they should pursue from there. Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's taking a look at the businesses, there's a lot of moving parts when it comes to that. There's a lot of boxes that have to be checked. And you just kind of work through that with the individual customers.
Dave, he's the Senior Vice President and Relationship Manager for Heritage Bank. And in locations, again, Dave, where?
Wilmer, Spicer, Raymond, and Pennock.
All right. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Dave Henle joining us here this morning from Heritage Bank.